Hi, everybody. How are you? Welcome. I'm Lord Timothais, and this is my first live stream on my YouTube channel. So, listen, I'm just going to go ahead and throw it out there. Everything fell apart. The last hour, I had to break it all down to set it all back up again on my iPad Pro. What that means for you is that means all of my graphics, all of my green screen, which you can do electronically with the map and all of the beautiful graphics, not going to happen. But I know that doesn't matter to you guys because I'm just going to get on here and talk anyway. Um, hey, what's going on? How's everybody doing? How's everybody making out? Hi, Catherine. How are you? Can you hear me good? Because I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know how this is coming across. Yeah, this morning I had a little bit of a meltdown, but I'm back. I'm back. So this is how this is going to work. Okay. I had to break it all down from my MacBook Pro, like I said. So now I've built it all back up again on my iPad Pro. So there's certain things that you can't do that you can do on your laptop because the iOS is different. I can't access my green screen stuff. I was going to do graphics for you, the electoral college, all the stuff that goes on behind you. So y'all are just going to have to settle for the little Timothais picture back there. Good. I'm glad. I'm glad. I was worried. I'm not going to yell anymore. I'm tired, as you can hear it in my voice. I'm just exhausted with all of this shit. Oh, that's right. I can't curse. So this is a PG. This is a PG version. So if you want me to curse and act like a crazy person, you're going to have to wait till my lives on TikTok to hear all of that. This is a monetized channel, so I have to be a good boy in here. So let's just dive on in, okay? So today we have watched these states count the mail-in ballot votes. Now we knew it was going to take this long because of the record number of people that voted with the ballots early. Now, it's not a wonder that Trump has not been on TV all day. He's tweeted, sure, but normally he I'm just gonna throw it out there. He's acting like a man who knows he hasn't won this. He can see it slipping away. We can all see it slipping away. And as it turns out, as charity, we can give you Pennsylvania. We're not gonna give you Pennsylvania, but we can give you Pennsylvania because it's not gonna happen. Now I am looking at your questions over here and the camera's here, and I'm trying to situate myself evenly in the screen so you can see me. I y'all, I don't know how this is coming across because it'll be better the next time because I'm gonna be better prepared. I thought I was prepared now, but my old iOS didn't work out. So I want to thank you all for joining me. I didn't expect to see so many of you, but I'm glad you showed up. I mean, it's only the first one, and like I said, I'm just trying to give my YouTube channel a boost. Oh, Lord have mercy. I have to quiet my. I'm sorry. See, I got my phone here, so I'm ready to fact check myself if I need to. So it's basically just like TikTok. I just can't curse in here. Okay. And the lighting is better. But my whole little home studio, y'all, it just all fell apart. I'm just keeping it real with you. I was trying to impress you with graphics and stuff, but it's just not going to happen on this one because I don't know what to tell you. But I'm glad you're all here. So save your questions. I am going to get to them because I see them all here. And I can read them and not because you know how fast they scroll up on TikTok. You can't always catch everybody. So, back to what I was talking about. Uh, Arizona is going to flip blue. They haven't called Arizona because there are certain counties in Arizona that still could be votes for Trump. Now, if it gets over 90% in Arizona, they're going to call it. Now, on this map I'm looking at, they've pretty much already called Arizona. And Nevada is a pale shade of blue. So Nevada's getting ready to happen too. And you guys know there's, oh, wow, look at that. Look at that. I have an interactive map that you can click on. Look at that. See, I learned. I feel like I'm on TV. Now, see, with my computer green screen, I could click on my phone and y'all can see what's going on behind me, just like on TV. So I've got to get it working for next time for other stuff. Damn, now I'm all mad. Look at that. I can click on the states and stuff just like they can on. I got to show y'all this. Look at this. And you can just bring it in and it just brings it. I know you can't, that doesn't read, but you can click in and bring in all the states that the news can. Man. Anyway, we all know where it's going. But it's no surprise that Trump is already and his people are already saying they're going to sue. But it doesn't matter. You can have Pennsylvania. You can do whatever you need to do in Pennsylvania because they're getting ready to call this thing in Nevada and Arizona, and we'll give you Pennsylvania as a gimme. You can have it. You can have it as a gimme. We don't want you to have it, but you can have it as a gimme, which would make all of his lawsuits about the count irrelevant. Irrelevant. Now, I've been talking with my sister Shonda. I know you guys have heard me mention her on TikTok. She is or was an election judge. She is familiar with all of the counting and everything that's going on right now. And I trust her because she knows what she's talking about. Now, she also says that each state varies. Now, she's in Maryland, but every state has their own different rules. And Pennsylvania is an epic fail with the counting of these ballots. They should have started counting the minute Florida started counting. Epic fail, and we know why. But you can prolong this loss all you want, Trump. You're only hurting yourself. I mean, you're delaying the, and we know why you did it. You want to delay your inevitability of losing as long as you can. So I am not going to, like I've been doing this whole time, trying to convince Trumpsters that what the facts are. The numbers are the numbers, and if you lose, you lose. I'm not going to sit here trying to defend a Joe Biden win when the votes are the votes. And if these same ballots are red and a vote for Trump, how are they valid and a vote for Biden that's blue invalid? How are you going to prove that? Because you know they're trying to take this to the Supreme Court in Pennsylvania. But there's no evidence of voter fraud. You have to prove, like I've been trying to tell y'all this whole time. Now is shut up or put up or shut up time. You have to prove that there's voter fraud. Now, you're taking a chance you're going to invalidate votes that came in for you if you're messing with these ballots. Now, I know you guys told me that the ballots in Florida were messed up. The post offices down there were just a mess. And you know what? You're right. There was a judge who ordered a sweep of all those post offices there, and they found some ballots. Now, I'm hearing different numbers. I have not been able to substantiate how many. Someone says there's 3 million ballots, 27% of votes that haven't been counted in Florida, and they've already ruled it red. I find that a little hard to believe because that's like 3 million people of votes that are not counted. That would be a big deal. And the Biden people would be all on top of that if that were true. That's why you have to take these videos that you're seeing on social media with a grain of salt, even mine. Like I said, I used to post out of reaction and out of um, what's the word I'm looking for? Angst and trying to prove to somebody that I'm right when I'm all hella wrong. I stopped doing that because you look like a fool in the end when you are wrong, and I try not to be. But all day today, I've tried to stay off TikTok because I posted enough today with my ramblings about the Senate, which we are going to get into. don't think I'm letting Miss Graham off the hook and the people of South Carolina, but I'm going to put a pin in that. Back to social media. Aren't y'all tired of misinformation from the Trump administration and Fox News? Why in the world would you deliberately post something without knowing if it's true or not in an election as contentious as this about mail-in ballots? Hi, C. Tomlin. How are you? Thanks for showing up. Why would you do it? I don't understand it. I really don't understand it. Now, I'm just going to be, truth be told, I am not trying to give the Trumpsters any benefit of the doubt. We want Trump out, that is no doubt. To me, a Biden victory is a victory for everybody that's in the blue column. But you know what? It doesn't guarantee the government's going to work because we did not flip the Senate. Now, I know there's still a glimmer of hope, but it's fading fast. The Republicans picked up seats. We lost Doug Jones in Alabama. They elected the daggone university football coach as the next senator from the great state of Alabama. He wouldn't even debate Doug Jones because he doesn't know anything about government. He was a football coach. There were no debates in Alabama. None. Doug Jones had to find this dude and ask him, we trying to have a debate? What about the issues? All this dude was speaking platitudes and ride Trump's coattails because he knew Alabama was a red state. So now we've lost a seat that we needed. So now we have to play catch up. Georgia, they have to have a runoff with Kelly Loeffler and I got his name right here. Hold up. I got his name right here. Hold up. Senate. Here we go. Georgia. Oh, y'all. Forgive me. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. The pastor of the Martin Luther King Church. Yeah, that one. That gentleman and Kelly Loeffler have to have a runoff. Now, he's got more the percentage of the votes than all of them. But because they have 17 candidates for Senate, 17, they stole votes from each other. Now, if all the Democrats would have banded together to support the strongest one in the race, maybe he would have been over 50% and taken the seat outright. But that's not what we're working with. That is the division in this country that we're faced with on both sides. No one wants to work together for the greater good of anyone but themselves. Warnock, thank you, sweetheart. Thank you. Because God, for the life of me, I need a producer in this bad boy with cue cards. It's too much. I'm going to be better prepared next time. I thought it would be easier than this. I had everything all hooked up in the, it just didn't work out. Anyway, I'm a soldier on. Maine. Now, everybody knows Susan Collins deserves to lose her seat. That girl, that woman, and her, Sarah Gideon just gave her the seat. They're in a runoff situation too. She could have had a special election in December with Susan Collins, and the Democrats could have reorganized their efforts and put money in that state to remind them that Susan Collins is a sellout for you guys. And we probably could have won it. But she conceded. She just gave it away. So I went on a tangent about Democrats, how weak and how the messaging is poor and how we just don't have any strategy for anything. Because Republicans, they focus on what's important to them. Judges, gerrymandering just districts to keep themselves in power. They're always going to cover their own asses, and that's for sure. Democrats don't ever think that way. They never do. They never do. Now, I made a comment earlier about South Carolina, and when I made the statement about Democrats are weak, I meant the party itself. I don't know Jamie Harrison to call him a weak individual, and I didn't say he was a flawed candidate. I said The Democrats didn't mobilize around him the way they should. They raised a lot of money, sure, but what's money if you're not using it in the right way? Lindsey Graham is another one that should not be a senator. He should have been voted out. Voted out. These state and local elections is where it's always been. Donald Trump was just the smoke and mirrors. They didn't care anything about this guy. They were riding his coattails, sure, and scared to death of him, sure, but they didn't care nothing about him, long as the agenda was getting through, and federal judges was the agenda. And they filled 200 seats of them for life, young, conservative, white, white. So y'all can view it any way you want. America has changed. The demographic has changed. They realize if they ever let go of power, they're never going to see it again. So they hang on to it. And that's what you have to admire about the Republican Party. That's what you have to admire. Their messaging is on. I mean, when one plays dirty, they all play dirty. They stick together. It is a shame. They have no moral compass at all. At all. They get on this TV. If Trump, you notice, Trump claimed from jump that mail-in ballots were going to be fraudulent. Not one of them said a word. Now, knowing that they know that's not true, none of them said a word. They did not speak out against the president in public. Everybody knew Donald Trump was talking smack. Everybody knew that. Everybody knew that. I just don't understand. I just don't understand it. Democrats don't have their act together that way. They don't. Even when we have the majority, we still can't get it together. Just can't get it together. I don't understand it at all. It's a shame. An absolute shame. Let's see. People are not going to sit back. Well, Tracy, you know what? I hope you're right. I hope you're right. I hope that you were right. Because I'm not going to lie to you. Democrats have got some soul searching to do. They got some soul searching to do. Because Republicans don't have a problem with kissing the baby and then turning around and stealing the lollipop right out of his mouth. They don't have a problem with doing that if no one's looking. It's insane. Absolutely insane. Can't believe. I don't even want to talk about. I can't even talk about Kentucky. I don't know what it's literally something going on down there that we don't know anything about. Now I've been hearing comments all day. Well, Mitch McConnell's he's on his way out. Mitch McConnell won his election. That's what's important to Mitch McConnell. All this conspiracy theory about what Mitch McConnell's health is or isn't, we're not going to know until he kicks the bucket. We're not going to know that. So all this shoulda, woulda, coulda about Mitch McConnell is an exercise in futility because he won his election after all of his thievery. And mm, mm, mm. And if we don't win, I'm sorry, I'm tongue tied because I can't even believe it. I can't even believe it. Joe Biden is going to have to executive order his way all the way through this presidency, just like Barack Obama, because the same game plan is going to happen in his administration the way it did in Obama's administration. So you guys might as well get ready for that. Just get ready for it. So Becky says, think like a man. Well, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you about that. If Democrats want to win, They have to start thinking selfishly like Republicans. I know two wrongs don't make it right, but what what else would you call it? Local elections up and down the ballot in these Republican states. Republicans even flipped seats. They even took some seats from the House of Representatives. The blue wave literally stopped at the House of Representatives. Maybe this was the plan all along. They knew Trump wasn't going to win. They knew his chances got slimmer and slimmer and slimmer as the election day arrived when they saw how many people early voted. So maybe somehow the RNC got the, they do it. They look, they are master messengers to their people. They are. They really, really are. Now we have boarded up all of the cities in America because of an outcome that went the other way. Now the only remnants of violence that I think I saw was in Detroit when they tried to bum rush the counting office when they were counting ballots to make sure that they were doing it right. But then they ruled Michigan for Biden. So all that was for nothing. This is what Trump wants. He wants public disarray. He wants all of this to take everyone's eye off the ball that he has lost this election. Everything he's tried all 4 years pertaining to himself, he has failed at. The only thing successful they were successful in is this Amy Coney Barrett, which was a travesty, and the repeal of the mandate for Obamacare, which I'm still waiting for the plan for, to be honest with you, for 4 years and 2 weeks. You want to know the truth. So look, I don't know what to tell you. I really, really don't know what to tell you. And I can't even believe I'm about to tell y'all I'm staring down the barrel of 7% on this iPad. 7%. Right in the middle of this live stream. I'm just going to keep talking till it cuts off. I could have sworn that I was better prepared. I had 70% juice. I mean, I got all these wires hooked up under here with all these adapters. All the juice is probably getting sucked up through there. But I promise you, if we get cut off, I'm going to switch over to my phone. It's sitting right here. I'm just going to switch right in and continue on. If we get cut off, I apologize in advance. This is not how I wanted this to go. But hey, things happen, right? There's no shame in my game. I'm just going to own it. This is an utter technical failure for me on this first live stream. But I'm human, and we learn from these mistakes. But I'm glad I sound okay. I like my microphone. And besides, I can hide behind, because I had some videos I was going to show you. I learned how to work all this and everything. Looks like JC's going to have to get me a new laptop for Christmas. If you're watching, JC, wink, wink. And by the way, I'd like to send a special shout out to JC. Yesterday was our anniversary, and through all of the hoopla, we didn't do anything for it. We didn't get anybody. We didn't get ourselves presents. We just thought a Biden victory and a flipping of the Senate would be enough. But that's that. I'm gonna keep talking until one of two things happens. Okay? So, thank you. Appreciate you. There it is. Look at that. 5% battery. We're going to keep talking though. If I cut off, just know that's why I cut off, okay? It isn't because I don't like you, because I love you, and I'm glad that you all are here. And this is pretty much a test run too for the first episode of the No Oxygen live stream with Lord Timothais. And it'll be one we will talk about forever. Remember that live stream you first had when you cut off in the middle and you just went blank? Yeah, we'll be laughing about that for the next one. Thank you guys. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope you all are following Lord John B on TikTok. He posts a lot of new movie clips, from yesteryear and all that stuff. That's what he does. He never posts pictures of himself. He never he never does anything that I do. So if you guys like clips of old movies and things you haven't seen in a while, follow him on TikTok. He's under Lord John B. And speaking, it reminds me of the story of how we got the Lord titles. I will go ahead and say it again before I cut off. Okay. Over in Scotland, I'm sure you guys have heard of it. You can buy a Lord and Lady title for charity. It's part of a preserve it's like a bird sanctuary. It's a real Scottish or English manor because there's several estates over there that you can do this with. And you basically buy a six by 6 foot plot of land, which entitles you to be the lord and or lady of that manor. You get you get the title, you get the certificate, you get the crest, you get all of that, and it's just a hoot. You're saving the birds, you're saving the wildlife, and you actually become a lord. And we just got it as a kick. What? Oh my God, 7, 8 years ago. And you can it's legit. You can change them on your credit cards. You can it, whatever you feel like you need to do. Hey, food expert, how you doing, sir? Um, welcome. This is my little first live stream solo. I'm supposed to be doing a political wrap up, but I think we're all tired of that. I've moved on to other things. I know I'm all over the place, but this is pretty much a loss as I'm getting ready to lose power and 4% power. This live stream is a total disaster. I know it is, but you can only laugh at yourself. Anyway, now that food expert is here, I may have to have him on as a guest, just he and I. Now, if you didn't know, I'm a guest on the TikToker stream that he hosts. And it's a lot of us. It's a lot of us. And truth be told, Bert, I love doing them, but sometimes it's a lot of people. I just want to concentrate on one or two people. So that's what I'll focus on, maybe twice a week, on opposite days that we do your TikToker stream. So I'm still in on that. I'm just doing this for me. So I'm not running from the gang. And I would love to have you on as a guest and we can just chat about what you do in depth quietly so we can all hear about it. Because I know we're winding down this political stuff. And we do other things. We do other things. And as we wind out of this election season, we need to get back to our real lives because coronavirus isn't going anywhere until it's gone. This is Food Expert. So if you guys haven't followed him, you should. He is the moderator of the TikToker stream with other creators from TikTok. And it's a good time. It's fun. We just get together and trash Trump. But you know what? Trashing Trump is going to be coming to an end pretty soon because I'm not going to lie to you. After he loses on Friday and it's been declared, I'm not going to really be uttering Trump's name too much longer. Sure, he'll be in court and whatever, but I'm just not going to be talking about him too much longer because there are more layers to me and other stuff that I do other than talk about Trump. I enjoy it and I'll continue to do it, sure, but not to the degree that I'm doing it now. So please tune in to Food Expert. He's a good deal. He travels all through Asia and he knows food. He can tell you how to eat basically for free, from what I understand. Yeah. You know what? I will reach out to him. I will reach out to him because what I'm planning to do is have one-on-ones with people, maybe two, but no more than two. Because Bert, I'm not gonna lie to you. I, I'm passionate. I talk, and trying to get a word in when it's 10 people in a room, that's crazy. That's crazy. Oh, Robert Reed. So listen, if you want to purchase merch, just go to shoot, I'm tongue tied. Go to TikTok or go to Instagram Oh, you know what? Tell you what. There you go, right there. There you go. That's where you can buy merch. There's sweatshirts and there's t-shirts and there's mugs and such. I am gonna do a hat, a little Scully hat soon. But it is what it is. I'll keep putting it up as long as you guys keep buying it. Oh, see, Tomlin, you're awesome. You're awesome. You follow me on all platforms. I really appreciate you. You're awesome. Is there a huh? Jose, is there a chance for Joe Biden to lose? Let's see. There's always a chance he could lose, but it's not in this chance. It's not going to factor in this equation. The blue wave is for him, for Biden, is is splashing up against the coast, if I can say. Now, there's always a chance, but there's got to be a lot of hidden vote in Arizona to make Trump viable again for a path. Because remember, we can afford to lose Pennsylvania, but Trump can't because we've already flipped Arizona pretty much. So the math is impossible. It's impossible. The vote is pretty much almost going into 70 to 80%, and he has not caught up. But hey, there's still a lot of vote to count in Arizona, so who knows? Who knows? Never say never. That's why they're not calling it in Arizona because they're still waiting to see. After all, it's Republican territory. Oh, you don't have to listen to me. You really, really don't. You really, really don't. Do you guys actually think? Here's the thing, though. Here's what you should be asking yourself. Not that the fact that Biden is winning, but the fact that this race is still this close. That's what you should be asking yourself. We knew 42% of America thought Trump was just the bee's knees. But we thought within that 42%, there'd be some people there with a conscience that would just go quietly into the booth and vote for Biden. And it didn't happen. In fact, quite the opposite, because these local state elections just thrived red all over the place. I looked at the map this morning and I'm like, all those red states to me means that they think that systemic racism is just fine. They think that the police handling of black and brown people unjustly is just fine. They think everything is just perfect the way it is. The handling of the coronavirus. I mean, that's what I see when I see all that red. I don't know what you guys see. And it's just not a country I want to retire in. I'm sorry, my eyes have been reopened. They were opened in 2016, but they have been reopened. As Van Jones said on CNN, he's a commentator there, we won a political victory, but we lost the moral battle. America just, it's just morally bankrupt here. This country just, it's, mm, mm, it's true. It's just the truth. I'm speaking my truth when I say it. And I'm going to be handling people differently because I'm now going to look people at face value for the actions that you show me as opposed to what you tell me. Because you could tell me you're a white ally all day long, but you have to now show me that you are. And if you don't feel you need to show me, then maybe you should stop saying it. How about that? You don't want to get called out on your mess, then you should stop saying it. Now, I'm not going to go around calling people out because that's not my nature. I'm living my life. But if it's in my purview and I'm required, so to speak, by my own admission, to say something to you. Other than that, I'm gonna walk past you like you're a total stranger. And I don't want to feel that way, but that's just how I feel right now as of today. That may subside over time if the government can work together and if Biden literally can show me that there's fairness in this country for black and brown people. I know they say it is, but they haven't shown it to us. And that's all I'm saying. Show me better than you can tell me. Just show me. My grandmother used to say that all the time. I can show you better than I can tell you. Of course, she meant me going out and get a switch for myself. And if I brought back a little flimsy switch, she's just going to break off a whole branch and try to kill me with it. So I got smart. I broke off the biggest switch that I could find, which was big as my arm, which basically was a tree branch. Don't you think she still tried to hit me with it? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. You can't outsmart somebody that's smarter than you. My grandmother was always smart. It was a lot of us. You had to be. She got all our names wrong, you know. She called me by my brother's name sometimes, but I knew who she was talking about. I know we all got a grandmother that's like that. I don't. When did we stop being that for each other in this country? We just stopped doing it. We just let people say whatever they want to say because it's my right. It's my First Amendment right. Half of you don't even know what your rights are. You're listening to people tell you what your rights are. You don't even know. And now it broke yesterday that there are some executive orders that was on Trump's desk that if he'd won a second term that he was going to enact, but they didn't want to mention them because they were so draconian that it would have an effect on the outcome of the votes. And some of them slipped. Stephen Miller, of course, the architect of the infamous Muslim ban, he wanted to make the citizenship test harder than it actually is. But I got news for Stephen Miller. There are people here, actual Americans, who can't pass that citizens test. So I don't know what you're talking about. They're trying to get trying to stop the anchor baby situation. I know that's a slang, but if you're born here, they want to get that. If you're born on American soil, they wanted to get that tossed out. You still had to go through some kind of citizenship deal if you're born here or not. I don't even know how that would even affect Americans if you are an American. So that would mean, because we don't know the details, that would mean people having a baby that are both American would have to certify their child as an American somehow. I just don't understand the logic of these people. It's like they create these policies and these plans just to piss people off, to see, well, how else can we mess with Americans? Nothing the Trump administration has ever done was to help Americans. And I implore anybody to explain to me anything that has been. I don't understand it. And you got Rick Santorum and all these guys on CNN bending themselves into pretzels to make themselves say, well, we pushed back against the president. No, you didn't. You pushed back in quiet rooms where nobody listened but your own kind. Pushback means going on TV or walking through the Capitol when a reporter asks you something, what do you think about blah, 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 and you just keep walking. Oh, I haven't heard that. You know everything a senator, they know everything Trump has said. If we know it, they know it. You show me proof that where a senator hasn't heard of any one of Trump's crazy tweets when the rest of the world hasn't heard of it. Because they got staffers letting them know when there's a crazy Trump tweet. They're walking through the vestibule of the White House, of the Capitol. I haven't read that. I don't know what you mean. Of course. Sure. You bet. You bet. Quietly counting your conspiracies. And listen, I've said it before. I think Michael Bloomberg should buy the Fox News channel and just shut it down. I said it before. Now, I don't even know if the Murdoch family would sell it to him, but they're the single most irresponsible outlet source for news. That's the problem in America. It's a shame. It's an absolute shame. Absolute shame. So, well, I guess it's going as it's going. This is I normally I'm when I'm quiet, I would usually be showing. I just have to update my iOS system, I guess. It'll work fine after that. 45 is going, the Graham saying it's back in the old days. It's funny to me. It's funny to me, Robert. What were the good old days? For whom? When was America great? For whom and for whom? Because I remember, as far as back as I can remember, America was only great for a select few. And even for poor white people, it wasn't great. You can poll anyone in West Virginia, and I will give you $100 for every one person that you can ask if their life is better with the opioid problem they got going on there. And even in the flat blue hills of Kentucky, the same wager. But yet again, they sent a rotten, turtle-necked goon back to the Senate to probably lead. Wow. Whew. Joni Ernst, she won her seat again. She couldn't even tell. She's on the Agriculture Commission. She couldn't even tell you the price of soybeans. Now, I know that's a trivial question, but you know what? You're on the Agricultural Committee. You have to know something about how much something costs or what something goes for is going to be a line of questioning for you in a debate. But her arrogance and all the arrogance of all of them. McSally, she completely avoided the question asked of her. Now, if anyone deserves to lose, it's her. She didn't even get her seat the right way anyway. It was given to her. So I'm glad that she's gone. And the way Trump has trashed Arizona, there's no wonder Biden is mopping the floor with him up there. No wonder. No wonder at all. There's a small, small bit of just gut-wrenching hate for the senators who I wanted gone. Miss Graham, I wanted her gone with a passion. I'm telling you. You know how when you watching Laurel and Hardy, I might be dating myself, but how there was like a puddle and someone put a carpet over the puddle and they walked over the carpet, and then when one of the guys from Laurel or Hardy walked over it and they just fell into the puddle. That's what I want to happen to Lindsey Graham every day of every week in the year he's up at the Capitol. Just show up soaking wet for no fucking reason. Oh, for no reason. I mean, I just the arrogance of that dude. Just the arrogance of that dude. Wow. Now, of course, what this means is everybody allegedly who has anything on Lady G, y'all need to just come on out with it. Just come on out with it. Barrage that dude with scandal left and right every day and make him resign. He don't have that kind of money to buy silence. So just, and maybe that's code for whoever's watching, whoever I know is watching, if y'all that made any sense to you. But as death is my witness, I'm gonna see that Lady G gets her comeuppance in the Senate, whether it be Senate hearings of unethical behavior or just making him look like a fool every day in the press, on social media. I'm gonna drag Lindsey Graham. I'm gonna drag him. I am. I hate his guts. Just because. Just because. Now he could trump me and come out of the closet. He could. He could. But then when he does that, he opens himself up to all of the gay boys who got some words for him. So I hope he does. Because, he's going to be Kevin Spacey'd out of the closet. Watch what I tell you, because Kevin Spacey only came out until he was forced to behind his unusual behavior. So, all of that is allegedly, with Miss Graham, of course. I digress. Anyway, I guess look at that. See, the powers that be want me to hang on. I haven't cut off yet. I've been at 5% for a good 20 minutes. So listen, I'm only going to keep this an hour, at least this one, because this one has been an epic fail for me. Now, I know I'm just talking to you, but I had a whole presentation planned. I've been trying to learn from Bert, if he's still here, how to run a pod stream, a stream pod, and I still haven't decided if I'm gonna just make this a podcast that has video or a live stream that's a podcast, if that makes any sense. Because if it's a podcast, I don't have to worry how I'm looking because you all won't see me, and you can just listen to me on all of your pod stream, uh, your podcast locations. Because ultimately, I'd like to, if I'm putting out some goals, I'd like to eventually graduate to Sirius Radio and just talk to you and just shoot the breeze. Because you already know what I look like. So if I'm talking to you in a podcast, you'll have a mental picture of what I look like. Well, Anna, that's really sweet. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. And I love my new microphone. Well, I don't know if there's enough material to do both. Now, I can do a podcast that's a live stream, but I won't, and I'll just be talking and I won't be looking at y'all, but I want to answer some of your questions. So I guess I'll just keep it like this. That has a graphic every now and again. I'm still learning how to do all of this. Look at that. Uh huh. See? I'm learning. I'm learning. But there's so many tricks and stuff. I mean, I just got to do my homework, I guess. I guess. So, Friday, I will come back on again and I'll do my TikTok coffee in the morning on TikTok. And then later on in the afternoon, I'll just do this again. Does it sound good? There you go. Because ultimately, though, because TikTok be playing games, they be playing games big time. And you know, I don't want to feel like I am being listened to and watched, and then have your lives yanked when you're saying something that you feel. It's clear TikTok has their favorites. They reward all kinds of bad behavior all over the place. But what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Okay, so now it's a slower pace in here. I feel like I can read your questions. I mean, I don't have to go. Oh, you know, listen. I know JC's watching, and look, I am not making excuses for him, but you know what? That dude is crazy sometimes. He is crazy sometimes, and I tell you, it's like he was sniffing glue or something last night because I don't know what was going on. I do. If you happened to catch our live last night, which was very successful, I want to appreciate. I thank you guys. I appreciate you for joining us. But he was crazy. Mm. I love him though. I love him. Too funny. Oh, you've been waiting on me. Well, here I am, 3 carats. How are you doing? Thanks for joining me. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I mean, I know it's a small crowd, only 65 of you, but you know what? You got to start somewhere. You got to start somewhere. And, I would hope, well, you all are subscribers, obviously. So click the notification button. So you'll get a reminder when I'm about to go on. Now, I don't know where you are. watching, you're probably on your phones. But that's the beauty of social media. So when we retire to a strange foreign land, it'll be like, I've never left you. Because that's the beauty of the internet and social media. I can be with you just like that. Well, thank you, Michelle. You know what? That's all I got for you is truth. That's all I got for you. Uh oh, my screen turned colors. Uh oh. Now, remember, for those who just joined, or just to remind you guys that are already here, I am working on 4% battery. I guess all this apparatus has sucked all the juice. So I'll have to plug into different deals next time. But this whole switch to my iPad was last minute. I was set up on my old old MacBook that I didn't update the iOS. So some of the things through here I wasn't able to do. But I'll be better prepared for you next time. I promise. But I'm going to keep talking until the screen goes black. I mean, I've got 18 more minutes left in this live stream. So I'm going to try and hang on. And I think it will hang on. Because it keeps bouncing back from 4 to 7, 4 to 7. Oh! Crazy. You missed last night? Oh, Tracy. Oh my gosh. You better ask somebody. JC was off the chain. He was crazy. He was crazy. And believe it or not, nothing's changed. I've got the news playing in the background. Biden is still at 253 and Trump is still at 213. And they're still commentating. I mean, I don't care to hear it anymore. I really, really don't. So they're filling in some more of the states. Let's see what's going on. Let me check my little map here. They're filling in more of the. They're filling in more of the map here. It's interactive. And they still got Nevada and Arizona. They still haven't figured it in. Uh-oh. Well, they're probably going to give North Carolina to Biden. I'm sorry, to Trump because, you know, we don't need it. We don't need to let them have it. I mean, just let them have it. I'm multitasking. And on top of that, I got shrimp thawing in the sink to make dinner. So I am really burning the candle at both ends right now. So I'm waiting on something to happen. Either the power to cut, the timer to go off, for them to announce Biden the next president, and the shrimp to thaw. So I'm really multitasking. You just don't know. Too funny. But see, that's the beauty of it all. I want you all to feel like you're in the room with me, like we're having a conversation. That's how I always want to talk to you. All right, here we go. President election. Here we go. Okay, so no change. No change, y'all. I'm sorry, 264 for Biden. So really, Biden just needs what? 6 electoral college votes, and the shit's over. I said it. It's over. And this is what all the other states leaning red. Trump still lost. So we don't have to bother with Pennsylvania at all, really. Just turn Nevada blue, really blue, and boom, that's it. It's over. But there's a surprise in Georgia, y'all. Biden is making up some ground. So I don't know, maybe Georgia might be a squeaker. It would be nice because I want Trump to lose by as much as possible because it really sends a message. We'll see. Is anybody watching the news? Yeah, Biden is in, we're still in the game in Georgia. Trump is down 8,200 plus votes in Nevada, but they're still counting. The heavily Democratic district, they're still counting. Yeah, Nevada is the only blue state that hasn't turned hard blue. It's still a powder blue because it's leaning Democratic. I don't know. We've just waited for 4 years for this day to get here. And they're just like, it's like Chinese water torture. Just drip, drip, drip right on your forehead. Since we're talking about Nevada, I don't know what happened to the Latino vote. I don't understand why they broke for Trump. I just don't get it. I don't get it at all. So when Trump loses and we know what section of Latino sections of whatever town in whatever city you live in, they should not, how do I say, expect not to get the reaction they're going to get, is all I'm saying. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. And you can't just blame it all on Florida. There's a large Latino population in Texas and in Nevada, and a large population of it went for Trump. Now, if anyone needs to be asking themselves, are they better off? It's Latinos. Living way below the poverty line is all I'm saying. I'm just telling y'all this much. I see it. I see it. I see it. I hope you see it. I'm not telling you how to act, but I see it. And it's okay. It's all right to vote for Trump. It's okay. But you need to own the fact that you did. Okay? That's the only reason why I say it. Don't, after it's over and Biden wins and Trump goes back to where he came from, and of course there's still rumblings from Trump land about, oh, but own it. Own it. Make sure you co-sign in public what you did behind the scenes. That's all I'm saying to Latinos. Same with blacks for Trump. Same with everyone else who votes for Trump. Don't try to say that you didn't vote for him when all signs point to you did. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. All them signs you got in your yard that will disappear after Trump loses, we're still going to know that you had them in your yard. We're still going to know that. And you are going to be treated accordingly for that, is all that I'm saying. Whether it means not saying hi to you in the morning or treating you with the side eye, which is what I would prefer. But don't be, hi, how are you? That's a funny thing that happened, right? Yeah, that last 4 years. I don't know what went on with my mind. Yeah, it's like I wasn't who, it was like something came over me and I was just, I don't know, a racist and just wishing everyone would just go back to their own country. But yeah, I'm back now. It's all good. Don't play that with me. Don't play that with me. Because you're going to get punched dead in the eye. Let me remind you how you acted. Suck! Right in the eye. They're going to try it. Hi, how you been? I ain't seen you in 4 years. What have you been doing? We live right next door to each other. You've had Trump signs in your yard. That's what you've been doing. And you've been yelling at me because my dog was barking. You turned into a Karen for 4 years. That's what you've been doing. So you're going to have to remind them what's going on because they're going to try it. They are. They're going to try it. What's up, bro? You all right? You good? No, I'm not good with you. I'm not. You're the one who's clowning on, all cooning all over TikTok about how you are black for Trump. Yeah, you can keep it moving, fella. Yep. It's like that. Yep, it is. Tell your mom and them I say, hey, don't want to see you no more. It's all good. They are gonna try it. I'm telling you right now, they're gonna try it. Bro, you throw the bomb, you throw them bomb parties. What's up? You absolutely not. You can look over the fence from now on. You don't get to come in my yard. That's not how this works. In fact, I'm gonna call the HOA just to get special permission to build my fence up 8 more feet so you can't even see the pool splashing. Is what I'm gonna do. You want division? You want blacks for Trump? Okay. All right. Mm-hmm. And on the other side of the fence, I'm going to say Trump did this to you. So you can stare at that. That's what I'm going to do. And now you say, Tim, that's petty. Well, I'm going to be petty as, yeah, that's what I'm going to be. And I've warned them. I've warned them that this is going to happen. So save your Christmas cards because I am now mailing out new Christmas cards that I'm having made special. Hi, remember you voted for Trump? I'd like to wish you a Merry Christmas, to uninvite you to everything else that I'm holding at my house forever. You're not invited. You have been officially uninvited. Happy holidays. Boom. Boom. Because they are gonna try it. And I know you're saying, Tim, that's so petty though. You should be bigger than that. Absolutely not. You want to be morally bankrupt and co-sign a man who would rather have children in cages, then you know what? You're not the kind of person I ever want around anyone that I love. And if you happen to be someone that I love and you co-sign that, you, sir or ma'am, will have to worry about that when you are at home alone and the rest of the family is at the pajama jammy jam. That's right. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Because we have come to the end. Oh, Amanda's here. Hi, sweetheart. Hi, Amanda. How you doing? I definitely want to have you on. I want to talk to you. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. That's Amanda, y'all. She crazy. That's the cussing grandma, if you don't know who she is on TikTok. So I'm just saying, handle your situations however you want to handle them. But I have decided to treat them all the same. And I would like for them to tell everyone else so I don't have to keep repeating myself. No, I want a list of the folks who are going to be there before I even decide to RSVP anything. Because if that one person who I know supported Trump and everyone else has forgiven them, then they're going to have to experience that function without JC and myself because we won't be showing up. And I, trust me, I won't lose any sleep not being invited because I absolutely am not going to be fake. And I'm not going to hear, well, you can be there and not speak to him. Absolutely not. I don't want to be in the same room with him or her. Because if there's a slight chance that we meet eye contact, I'm not almost and totally sure that somebody's not going to leave with a black eye. I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to be able to control myself about it. So I'm not going to mess up anyone else's function. So if anyone is trying to invite me to something, I'm going to need you to scrutinize the guest list of who did what and why and for what reason. And if you, in the kindness of your heart, have forgiven them for whatever reasons, then you need to invite me to the next one because I'm going to skip out. Okay? I'm going to skip out. And that's all I'm going to say about that. I'm not going to keep rehashing it because, and then the next time you see me, my feelings aren't going to change. You're just going to be that kind of person I'm just not going to mess with anymore. I'm not going to be mean to you. You're just another person walking by. That's all I'm saying. And listen, I am coming up on my hour, guys. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? We made it. We made it. I'm sorry this didn't go like I wanted it to go. I actually did have more structure for the hour. I did. But since hell, it all fell apart, I just thought I'd talk with you. While we were talking, there still has been no change. And there probably won't be any change today. And if you guys like listening to these talking heads all day about who did what and why and when and who shot John, that's up to you. I am now switching back to the Golden Girls and catching back up on the Real Housewives of whatever is playing. Y'all got to see this. First of all, thanks for coming, Planet Mama. I appreciate you. You are great for a laugh for me. You be carrying the. That's hilarious. That's funny. You keep up that good sense of humor. That's something else. So yeah, mind you guys, all of this you guys still there? I'm back. My God. Oh my gosh. Sorry, y'all. I'm losing power. So you know what? I'm gonna end it. I'm sorry for the temporary power loss. Of course I'll stay. But listen, I'm gonna lose power again. I just wanted to come back. It came back on. I just want to come back on and say thanks. I appreciate you guys joining me. Um, I'll be back soon, Friday, 4 o'clock, with a better setup. Okay, better setup. You betcha, Chandra. What? You betcha. You betcha. I'm about to lose power again. But listen, I just wanted to come back and say thanks. Thanks for joining me on this very first pod stream, live stream, whatever you're calling it, whatever I'm calling it. But listen, I'll do better. It'll be better situated. My deals will be powered up. Okay. So listen, I'm going to go ahead and leave now. Thank you. Please subscribe. Scared death out of me. Good Lord. Anyway, see you guys on Friday, okay? Friday morning at 8 for the coffee chat, and then again that evening, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific time. Okay? Thanks for coming in, guys. I appreciate your support. And hopefully the election will be decided by then. But if not, we'll just continue this discussion. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you. Thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye.